More people, more need, more value locked into every acre. Inflation erodes the value of cash and bonds over time. As purchasing power quietly bleeds away, investors begin moving capital into real assets to preserve what they have built. Real estate rises, commodities climb. But farmland goes further than either of those, and that distinction matters enormously. Unlike a building that sits idle or gold, that simply holds a number, farmland actively generates value. Landowners lease their acres to agricultural operators, creating a steady and reliable income stream that does not depend on market sentiment. On top of that, crop production ties the asset directly to global food demand. This is strategic positioning for influence over one of the most essential systems on the planet, the food supply. Owning farmland is not just about financial returns. It is about controlling what gets grown, where it gets grown, and who gets access to it. Think about that for a moment. When a billionaire purchases thousands of acres in the American Midwest, they are not simply collecting rent checks. They are deciding which crops enter the global supply chain. They are determining which agricultural practices shape the soil. When a sovereign wealth fund acquires land across multiple continents, they are positioning their nation's influence before a single seed is planted. This is not an investment in the traditional sense. That is not speculation. That is the direction this is already moving. Wealth is quietly migrating from paper ownership to physical control. Think about what that actually means. Stocks, bonds, currencies, these are promises. They are representations of value, not value itself. But land is the thing. It is the underlying reality that everything else is built upon. The ultra-wealthy are not just diversifying portfolios. They are acquiring leverage over future scarcity. The personal impact of this shift is already visible in everyday life. Food prices are rising faster than wages in most countries, and the connection is not accidental. Small and mid-sized farms, the kind passed down through generations, are being absorbed into large institutional holdings at a pace that would have seemed unthinkable just 2 decades ago. Families who built their lives around the land are being priced out, bought out, or simply outlasted by entities with unlimited capital and infinite patience. Rural communities are losing more than property. They are losing identity, autonomy, and economic independence. The concentration of land ownership is accelerating inequality, not just in wealth, but in access to the most basic human necessity, food itself.